It is 1979 inside Hawkins National Laboratory. Dr. Martin Brenner runs secret tests on children with strange powers. Each child is called by a number, not a name. Brenner is working with a boy known as 10 when sudden screams echo through the halls. Alarms blare. Something is very wrong. Brenner steps out of the testing room and freezes. His staff lies dead. The other children are also dead. Blood covers the floor. At the center of it all stands 11.
What have you done?
Meanwhile, in 1986, 8 months after the disaster at Starcourt Mall, 11 lives in California with the Byers family. She walks school halls without her powers and without confidence. Other students laugh at her, whisper, shove her aside. She feels small and helpless, trapped in a life that does not fit her. At home, Joyce tries to hold the family together, pretending everything is fine. One day, a package arrives. Joyce opens it and finds a porcelain doll. Something feels wrong. She breaks it open and finds a hidden note inside. The words stop her breath. Hopper is alive. Joyce's fear turns into purpose. She knows this message is real, and she knows she cannot ignore it. Back in Hawkins, life looks normal on the surface, but something feels off. Mike, Dustin, and Lucas spend their nights in the Hellfire Club, rolling dice and battling monsters under the lead of Eddie Munson. Lucas wants to be with them, but basketball pulls him away. The space between them grows wider every day. Max keeps to herself. She sits in therapy sessions and stares at the clock, listening to its slow ticking. Billy's death lives inside her. She does not talk about it. She barely talks at all.
It's a lot for anyone.
At school, Chrissy Cunningham smiles for everyone. She leads cheers, laughs with friends, and pretends she is okay. But when she is alone, her world breaks apart. She sees her mother screaming at her.
Chrissy? Mom?
She hears a deep, steady clock chime that follows her everywhere. It never stops. Desperate for relief, Chrissy goes to Eddie's trailer to buy drugs. As they talk, the air shifts. Chrissy's body freezes. Her eyes lift towards something only she can see. Bones snap. Blood spills. Eddie watches in horror as Chrissy dies right in front of him. Fear spreads through Hawkins. Max tells Dustin what she saw that night. Eddie with Chrissy.
Why haven't you told the cops this?
I don't know.
Eddie running away in shock. The police begin their hunt. Eddie becomes the town's monster. Dustin, Steve, Robin, and Max find Eddie before the cops do. Eddie is shaking, broken by what he witnessed. They tell him the truth about the Upside Down. They name the thing that killed Chrissy, Vecna.
There are some things worse than ghosts.
Nancy searches for answers. She follows old stories and buried crimes. Eddie's uncle tells her about Victor Creel, a man locked away after his family died decades ago. The past begins to bleed into the present. Fred, helping Nancy investigate, starts seeing things. A dead boy follows him. Guilt pulls him into the woods. The clock chimes grow louder. Vecna is waiting. Another body falls. And whatever escaped that lab in 1979 is not finished yet. Dr. Sam Owens sits in his office when a military officer steps in. Lieutenant Colonel Sullivan does not waste time. He believes 11 is the reason a girl named Chrissy is dead. Owens listens, calm but tense, knowing how dangerous that thought is. Far away, 11 argues with Mike. The words spill out fast and hurtful. She wants him to say he loves her. He freezes, unable to say it. The silence hurts more than shouting ever could.
But you don't love me anymore?
Who said that I didn't?
That same day, everything collapses. Police cars pull up. 11 is arrested for attacking Angela. Handcuffs close around her wrists. She feels the world turn against her again. But before she is taken away, Owens steps in. He pulls her aside and tells her the truth. Hawkins is not safe. Something old and powerful is killing people. He tells her he has been building a way to help her get her powers back.
A war is coming to Hawkins.
11 looks at herself and feels fear. What if she is the monster? What if she always was? Still, she agrees to go with Owens. If she can face the truth, maybe she can prove it wrong. In another frozen place, Hopper drags himself through life in a brutal prison camp. His body is broken, but his will is not. He trades food and favors, convincing another prisoner to swing a hammer at his shackles. Every hit brings him closer to freedom. He plans an escape, knowing the cost may be his life. Back in Hawkins, the group comes together again. Nancy, Dustin, Max, Steve, and Robin talk through every detail they know. Chrissy, Fred, the visions, the clock. Nancy and Robin dig through old records and uncover a name buried in the past. Victor Creel, a man who claimed a demon murdered his family.
Victor Creel claims vengeful demon killed family.
To them, the truth is clear. The demon has a name now. Vecna. At the same time, grief turns into anger. Jason, Chrissy's boyfriend, gathers the basketball team and starts hunting Eddie. Lucas stands among them, trapped between two worlds. He lies about Eddie's location, then runs to warn his friends before it's too late. Max cannot ignore the pattern anymore. She remembers Chrissy sitting in the counselor's office before she died. She, Dustin, and Steve break in after hours. They read the files in silence. Fear, guilt, trauma. The same pain Max feels every day. Then she hears it. Her name, spoken softly. The clock begins to chime. Max wakes up shaking. She knows the truth now. Vecna is coming for her. She tells the others and prepares for the worst. Believing her time is short, she writes letters to everyone she loves. She hands them out one by one, trying to stay brave while her heart breaks. Nancy and Robin travel to Penhurst Asylum and sit across from Victor Creel. He speaks slowly, haunted by memory. He describes shadows, voices, and a force that tore his family apart. Nancy listens closely. Every word confirms their fear. Vecna has been here before. Meanwhile, Mike, Will, and Jonathan realize they cannot stay hidden. With 11 gone, they choose to act. As they plan their escape, armed soldiers storm the house.
Hello there.
Shots ring out. Blood spills. They flee with the help of Argyle, racing down the road with danger close behind. In Alaska, Joyce and Murray finally reach the man holding Hopper's fate. Yuri smiles, pours drinks, and betrays them. The world goes dark as they collapse, trapped by greed and lies. Hopper escapes his prison only to be dragged back in chains once more. Max goes alone to the cemetery. She sits at Billy's grave and reads her letter out loud. Her voice shakes. Tears fall. The clock chimes again. The world around her disappears. She stands inside Vecna's mind. Tendrils wrap around her body. The sky cracks open. Death feels close enough to touch. But back in the real world, her friends refuse to let her go. They remember something Victor Creel survived. Music. They play Max's favorite song. The sound cuts through the darkness. Max runs. She reaches the light just as the world collapses behind her. She falls back into her body, alive for now. Owens takes 11 deep into the Nevada desert to an old missile silo hidden from the world. Inside, Brenner waits. He shows her a machine called Nina, a tank that lets her step back into her memories from Hawkins' lab. 11 enters the tank and relives moments with the other children. When she comes out, fear takes over. She tries to run and briefly feels her powers spark again. Brenner stops her, calm and familiar, and convinces her to stay. He tells her the answers she wants are still buried inside her. In California, Agent Harmon is dying. But before he goes, he slips the boys a pen. Inside, it is a number linked to Nina.
What are you doing?
With no idea where it leads, Mike turns to the only person who can help. He calls Susie. Far north, Yuri's betrayal leaves Hopper and Antonov locked in the same brutal prison. Joyce and Murray force Yuri onto a plane, but the trip ends badly. They crash in the wilderness, stranded but alive. Back in Hawkins, the group comes together again. Max explains what she sees inside Vecna's mind.
It was like they were on display or something.
And Nancy suddenly connects it all to one place, Creel House. When they step inside, the lights flicker and the air feels wrong. They realize Vecna is moving through the Upside Down right on top of them. That night, Jason tracks Eddie to Lover's Lake. He and Patrick chase him into the water. Then, the lake goes silent. Vecna strikes. Patrick rises into the air and dies in front of them both, leaving Jason shaken and convinced Eddie is evil. Inside Nina, Eleven's memories grow darker. She remembers a kind lab worker who warns her not to trust Brenner. She remembers older kids calling her weak, pushing her to fight. When she wins, they turn on her. The memory shifts again. 11 sees herself standing in the rainbow room, covered in blood, surrounded by bodies. She begins to believe the truth is simple and terrifying. She did this. In Salt Lake City, Susie cracks the code and finds Nina's exact location, giving the boys a path forward. At the prison, the guards serve the inmates a huge feast. Hopper knows what it means. They are being prepared as food for the Demogorgon. He steals a lighter, remembering the creature's fear of fire. Joyce and Murray drag Yuri to one of his supply towns and make a plan. Murray will pretend to be Yuri to get inside the prison. In Hawkins, fear spreads fast. Jason stands before the town and turns grief into rage. He calls Eddie the leader of a satanic cult and urges everyone to hunt him down. The group finds Eddie again, but something feels wrong. Dustin notices his compass spinning out of control. There's a new gate nearby. It leads straight into Lover's Lake. Steve dives in first. The water pulls him down into the Upside Down. Vines wrap around him as bat-like creatures swarm. On shore, police grab Dustin, Lucas, and Max. Without hesitation, Nancy, Robin, and Eddie jump into the lake after Steve, choosing the nightmare over safety. Nancy, Robin, Eddie, and Steve escape the bats in the Upside Down and hide deeper inside it. In Hawkins, the kids realize each Vecna kill opens a new gate. Nancy notices the Upside Down is frozen on the day Will vanished.
The day Will went missing. The day the gate opened.
At the lab, 11 finally remembers the truth. The orderly is 1. He kills the lab and tries to turn her. She sends him into the Upside Down, where he becomes Vecna. Vecna shows Nancy a future where Hawkins falls apart. The group plans to stop him before he opens 4 gates. Max offers herself as bait. 11 gets her powers back and tries to return, but Brenner stops her. Soldiers attack. Brenner is shot. 11 escapes. In Russia, Hopper and the others break free from the prison. The plan begins. Max lures Vecna. Steve, Nancy, and Robin attack him. Dustin and Eddie draw the bats away, and Eddie dies buying time. Vecna traps Max, but 11 reaches her mind and pulls her back. Vecna is burned and shot, but the gates still open. Hawkins cracks apart. Days later, the group reunites. Max is in a coma. Will feels it. Vecna is still alive. The Upside Down begins to bleed into Hawkins. And this is where Season 5 begins. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss any story.